my baby. When I'm hot, it ain't want my lead. See you men are never happy. That's why I choose to just do me. See how I write my own story. You can be in it if I choose. Can't erase pen and paper. If you try, you will lose. 'Cause I will be me. Cry these tears if I need to. And I will be me. I'll sit one at a table for two. I will be me. Scream out loud till I'm black and blue. 'Cause I'm all I need. My story, my point of view. Yeah, or am I right if I let you?
Savage,
Yeah, what up?
what's going on? Yeah, I already sent the link the same time you got it. So
Okay, all right. So she say you're jumping on in a second. Oh my God.
I saw it.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are
Hello.
you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you
Sorry, I
pronounce
didn't
your
know it was
first
gonna.
name?
What'd you say?
You pronounce your first name Makaja?
So yeah, or you can just say Kaya.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
it's like with a
We
Y.
ain't want we ain't want to say the wrong names. Trust me. That's
Thank you. Thank you.
all
So
right. Yeah,
okay, what
well,
are your names? Tell me your names one more time.
I'm Marlon.
And I'm Lummy. It's the Lamar TV show. I know if Marlon ain't probably let you know. He'll introduce you though. Go ahead, Marlon.
Yeah, guys. We've been talking for a couple weeks, so but we finally
Right.
connected. Finally connected. No,
Yes.
it done been about a month. Hey.
Yeah, it's been a little minute. I'm glad we were finally able to connect.
So
That's
what
good. That's good.
So what we do here on Lamar TV show basically is your platform. It's like a video resume. Whatever you're into, maybe you can inspire somebody that's trying to do what you do or in the same lane as you, and you just basically explain yourself and what you do and how you got there, and just go on from there.
Okay.
Marlon is the one brought you on, so I think it'll be only right if he starts you off with the first question. But Marlon, go ahead, take off, bro.
Yeah, just give us a quick background of, who are you, where you're from, and then what led to your path.
Okay. So I go by Kaya Unique. Unique is just my middle name. So Kaya is just, my name is Makaya, so it makes sense. And I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I live in Boynton Beach right now. And I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. I'm an R&B singer. So I've always sang, like, since I was little. People are always like, when did you start singing? I'm like, I probably started, like, I don't know, as long as I can remember. I came from a singing family, so we were always just singing all the time. And I started writing songs. Like, I had a lot of song books as a kid, and I would just like fill them. So I've been singing forever. But yeah, I recently started, like in the past year and a half, started like putting music out there and like putting it on all platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. And so that's been fun. I've been performing places, and I'm pretty new to Florida, so it's been cool getting to meet people and get out there.
So what was the difference from just singing as a hobby to now like singing? Well, I guess you're a professional now, but like being in the studio, like, and what was some of them differences you noticed?
That's a good question. I would say honestly, I would say it's cool because more people are listening. So I have like a bigger platform now. Whereas like before my music was like for me. And so it's like it can be bittersweet at times because, obviously when you make your music for yourself, it's like everything that you need to hear or like the things that you are feeling. But then when you put it out there, you have people that are like, yes, that's it. And then you have the people that are like, okay, but I want to hear a little bit more of this, or let me hear some of this. And it's like, well, this is what I'm feeling.
Right.
So I would say that's a big difference for sure. But it's not bad though. I like expressing myself. I like to hear feedback from people and like what they want to hear, what they're interested in, because obviously, you know, keeping the fans happy, but also staying true to myself. So
right, because I done heard a lot of singers say their best song is not the song they really like. They were
that's
just
true.
saying doing it because well, that was what they wanted to
That's
hear.
what the
But
label wanted to
truthfully, I
push.
really don't like the song.
exactly. No, that's
Yeah,
so true. It's like you have a lot of like, for example, I had a lot of music like when I first came out that was like, which it has its own fan base, but like a lot of your like heartbroken music of like things you need to hear when you're heartbroken or you had some shit going on. That was a lot of music that I had going on or had out there. And then you know, you have like half the people that are like, yes, that's it, give me more of that. And then you have the other people that are like, okay, I want some more like sexy music, let me hear something different. Like, and so yeah, it's a lot of pressure to like make different types of music. So
right.
I think it's like, yeah, exactly. A lot of my most popular songs, like some of my deeper songs, might have like a very specific crowd, whereas like some of my other songs that are like more popular are like, wow, that took me like 15 minutes to write that song.
Right,
That's
right.
really interesting that that's the one that you guys love most.
Wow, y'all
But
like this
it's
one?
cool to see what people like.
So let me ask you,
Right, exactly.
I noticed you was saying that you write as well. So would you say that you're a poet or you're into poetry real heavy, right? Okay, so what would
Yeah,
you
so when
right.
I was younger, oh sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I wrote a lot of poetry when I was younger, but now I would say kind of in the form of songs. But go ahead with your question.
I think we got a little delay, but that's all right. I'll be able to adjust to it. But no, what I was saying is
Okay.
that what do you think that you do better? You think that you write better or you sing better or perform better?
I would say both.
I kind of figured that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
Ain't
if I
nothing
have
wrong with
like,
that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
that's right.
yeah, I don't know if I have one that I can say is like better than the other. I would say, you know, I don't toot my own horn on a lot of things, but I think I'm pretty good at writing and I'm pretty good at performing. I love doing both. I'm like a pretty like shy person in nature. Like if I'm at the store or something like that, I'm like forward focused. No one talks to me or look at me. But like if I'm on the stage, like it's so
Mhm.
different. I'm like that completely goes away, and I just like it's like it's like a way of expressing yourself. So I would say, and then I write it. So I would say it goes hand in hand because I'm the one writing it. So when I'm on the stage, I'm feeling what I wrote. I'm not acting because it's my own lyrics. It's
Right.
my own emotion.
So you have like before you get on that stage, what do you do? Like you got like a ritual or like you feel I gotta do this every time I get on stage.
I would say I don't really have a ritual. Not yet, anyway. I don't have a ritual. I would say, like, I really try not to like I'll practice and everything, you know, in advance, of course, so that way I'm prepared. But outside of that, the day before, I just try to have like the most normal day.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Because if you
like a
think too hard
routine.
about it, you're gonna be like stressed, you know.
So your routine is just
So
chill out before a performance.
exactly, just like have the most normal day as possible. I have a 1-year-old, so having a normal day is like never.
Mhm.
And so yeah, I try to have the most normal day that I can possibly have. So just like, okay, don't really think about it. And then right before I go, I'm like, okay, I'm
Now
gonna
let
go
me,
perform. I get there. Because like sometimes I get nervous right before stage, but I don't get nervous once I'm up there.
That's what's up. That's so anytime like you was like shy, like maybe okay, let's talk about that first performance now. Like was there goosebumps or you don't feel like you did good or you like what was that mindset going first performance?
Okay, it depends on what we would consider
Yeah.
first performance because
let's go big
like
crowd.
ever? You mean ever when I came to
Yeah, what
Big
Florida?
you mean,
crowd.
Marlon? It's your question. My bad. It's your question.
Yeah, like big crowd, you know, or
You know, okay, funny thing about first time ever.
yeah, just whatever first. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is gonna sound funny, but the first time I ever sang in front of a big crowd, I was like really young. I was like 6 years old. And there was like a band, like I was on vacation and there was a band that was like supposed to be performing. And I decided I was going to hijack their performance. Like I planned this out weeks in advance. I practiced. I got another little girl involved and we were both like preparing. And then the other girl chickened out the day of, but I went up there when they were on their like intermission between songs and I asked them if I could perform and if that would be okay. And there was like hundreds and hundreds of people. I don't know why I was so bold at 6 years old, but they couldn't believe it. So they're like, go for it. Give me your music. So I gave them my music. I went up there and I performed. It was like a cover to a song or something like that. But they let me do like 4 songs and I was having the best time. So that's the first time I ever remember
you got
performing,
footage
but
of that.
Legitimately performing.
Do you got footage of it?
What were you saying?
Because at 6 years old, I gotta see that.
I wish.
You should have had footage for that. Yeah.
I wish. I was in the newspaper too, and I can't even remember. Like, I always try to find that newspaper, and I never can. I wish I still had it.
No, that's what I was good because I was just about to ask.
The first time I ever performed, like, what'd you say?
No, I was just about to ask you that when you talked about the covers. Do you do a lot of covers and stuff like that, or you prefer to use your own original music?
Like I used to do a lot of covers. Like, unfortunately, you know, it's really difficult to go back and like take your old YouTube videos down. So you'll probably see a lot of videos of me, like if you were to ever just search my name, or you can find a lot of videos of me when I was like 10, just doing like YouTube covers. Cause I used to like, I was on YouTube big when it first, like before YouTube was like such a thing. And
right.
So, but now not so much. Now I mostly will do like my own songs. But sometimes I'll do covers. Like if you go to my Instagram, like I've done a couple covers lately. I try to do that because people will request those, and it will help people come to your page too. Because if they are, you know, like a certain song, and then they see that you sang that song, they'll come to your page and listen to your music sometimes. So
that's why I asked that. And let me ask you this: have you what's the most traveling you've done so far since you've been singing? Are you?
I would say traveling. So I haven't done like a ton of traveling. The most traveling in terms of performance, like I've really mostly performed in Florida. I performed like in Ohio also, but which is where I'm from, but mostly in Florida, like South Florida, Miami, different places like Fort Lauderdale. I performed in West Palm once, and I cannot remember what that place was called. But mostly like Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, places like that. So that's been cool because I'm not really from here. So it's like cool to just like get to go to different places. Yeah. And after a while, I started seeing the same people all the time.
And you have any like short-term goals as far as like what you want to do in this lane as far as like the music? Where you see yourself at?
Good question. I would say short-term goals. Well, a short-term goal that I have right now is I'm working on a project, bringing it's funny you asked about the poetry, bringing poetry in. Like I have some people, like a friend of mine that is a poet, and so she's looking to get on a couple tracks for me, and so I'm excited about that project. I'm looking to get that out in the first like quarter of the year. And then I'll have a couple of singles that that are already in the works that should be coming out here soon. So those are my short-term goals, I would say.
Yeah, that's good because it took me a while, but I'm finally realized, I'm a big fan of going to little poetry nights.
Yeah.
I honestly like it took me a while, but man, poetry night, man, I'm done.
I mean, so you could rap if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Like
she thought about it.
Like freestyle rap, or like if I were to
write if you were to write it. Yeah, if you were to write it, then rap. Then
okay.
Yeah, that.
Because I can't freeze for whatever reason. my brain can't freestyle for, I don't know if I'd cuss on here, but I can't freestyle for crap. But I can definitely write. I've wrote some raps before. I just haven't recorded them because I'm not really a rapper.
Yeah, never say never. Now you might,
Hey, what you think?
might
It
be
don't
in the
sound
zone
good.
one
Sound
time
good.
and just start flowing.
We gonna see.
Yeah.
We gonna see. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of rappers out there that can't rap, but somebody lied to them and said it sound good and they making money. So
Right, that's true. That's true.
yeah.
Well, I know it was sound good, but I don't know. I would just feel awkward because I don't consider myself a rapper
Right.
for real. Like, I'm very now, not to again toot my own horn, but like, because I will really not put something out unless I really feel pretty good about it, you know? So I don't really consider myself a rapper, but if I were to put out some of my raps, like, I think they would be a hit. I just feel awkward because I'm a singer. I'm not really a rapper for real.
So are you're an independent singer?
You're not signed
Okay.
to a
Yep.
label, are you independent artist? Okay. You was able to get that
Exactly.
question?
Yep.
Okay, good.
So,
Okay, so we're
which
good.
is cool. I like that because I don't have to like, I can do what I want right now, which is nice.
Okay, so you ain't signed to See No Evil.
Right. No. No, actually, I'm not signed to See No Evil. He's actually just my friend, and we have done a lot of projects together now. Like, we had, what was it? It was like a my brain is okay. Anyway, it was at like a studio, like I think it was called Studio 33 or something like that. And they had a comedy night. And so I performed at their comedy night. And then I don't know if you just saw that we did the project with like the 12 Days of Christmas. So we've definitely done a lot of projects together. Yeah, that
kind of makes sense. The combination kind of makes sense anyway, by you being a singer and a comedian, and you know, it's acts. And it all kind of made sense to me. But tell us a little bit about the BS in, is that psychology?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk to us about that. How was that journey?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I got my bachelor's in psychology from Ohio State.
Okay.
So
man, that's big.
I was actually a really big nerd growing up. And so I went to Ohio State. It was cool. I actually finished in like 3.5 years. And so I got to finish early, which, you know, is always a flex. And then I finished, yeah. And I finished magna cum laude because, again, I was a nerd. So, like, I had, like, all A's. I think I had a couple, like, A minuses and maybe, like, a B in, like, something like biology or something like that. And so, because I hated biology. But anyway.
And you being quiet about that, man, you went to a major university and was able to pull off a good GPA like that. That's something to spread. You got to spread that word that it could be done.
Yes, thank you. Well, that's true. That's true. I know. I definitely, and I didn't even take like any like graduation photos. I always regret that. So one day maybe I'll like go back to campus and just like go take some pictures. I also have my master's degree.
Okay.
So I got that afterwards.
In psychology?
I got it in educational psychology from Kent State. And so I do a lot of like on the side, like educational specialist work with like different kids and teenagers. Yeah. So I like it a lot. So that was cool too. I finished my master's early also. And I plan to go back to school again in 2024. So stay tuned for the next degree that I get.
Have you ever?
Are you?
Go ahead, Marlon. Go ahead.
So are you going to go full force with singing?
Yeah. So I mean, I would say I'm gonna keep going. It's definitely my biggest passion. So I'm really like big on like, even if I weren't to take singing into like a career, which I mean, it's kind of like my career right now, but it's like a side career, if that makes sense. But it's my biggest passion, if that makes sense. So if I can do it full time where I can be like, yep, quitting my job, that's fine. I would totally be down to do that. I think one day I would still want to like open a school because that's something that I really want to do. But you know, if I'm a singer and I blow up, I'll have the money to do so. So that would be cool. And I can help. in some way and give back. So I definitely would, number one choice, like full-time singing would be amazing. But in the meantime, I just love getting to like perform, putting my music out there. And the good thing about like nowadays is like technology is amazing, where I can work, and I can work a 9 to 5 job that's, you know, cool, pays the bills, and I can also put my music out there, go do performances, do online podcasts and things of that nature to like get it out there and, you know, make money.
Let me ask you this. It's crazy that you so involved when it comes to the youth and the kids, right? Have you ever thought about doing a project where you did something like maybe like some nursery rhyme songs or some children's books, since you like to write and stuff? And then, I mean, you got your own material and content at that point to pass on
Right.
to. You ever thought about that, or is that something you want to do? Or
I've actually thought about it a little bit, like in terms of like nursery rhymes, especially because my daughter, like I already have nursery rhymes that I sing to her that I've like made up, you know, and sometimes I think, oh, it would be kind of cool if I made this into like a song and I put it out there. So yeah, it's like not been something that's been like on the forefront, but definitely something I've thought about. So I might do it one day. That way I have something to put out, especially because she loves all my songs. But one day I'm like, oh my gosh, I really hope she doesn't repeat this on some of them. On some of them, I'm like, ooh, she's one right now, but she already like, as much as I try to pretend like she's saying something else, I'm pretty sure she already has figured out how to say shit. She'll be like, shit. I'm like, okay, maybe she's saying something else, but it's like clear as day.
You know what it is, definitely. So I see that you got the what you use the link tree, because with the link tree you have everything and all your platforms on there. Because what we do, as well as we put what you have going on in the description, so people can follow you from the interview once they watch it. So we'll have that on there for you as well.
Nice.
I want to say, what you got, Marlon?
Okay, so let me ask you your top 5 current artists right now in the game.
Current artists in the game. Top 5. Ooh. Number one's gonna have to be me, KHIJA Unique.
Okay.
All platforms.
There you go. Okay, I would think so. Yes.
It's definitely gonna have to be me, because I'm my own vibe, because I play, like I sing my own emotions, if that makes sense. Like when people go and listen to music, they want to listen to what they feel, right? So for me, I'm like, if I want to listen to what I feel, I just go play a song. And if I don't have a song out there that represents how I'm feeling, then I have a new topic to put out so that I can go play it. Right. I'll be number one. Who else? I would say in the game right now, that's hard because I listen to a lot of like people. Well, I like Beyonce. She's technically still in the game. She don't put out as much music, but she's still in the game. Of course, that seems like a pretty like cliche answer, but I really do listen to Beyonce. Like I've always listened to Beyonce since I was a kid, and I would like study her music and like study her runs in certain songs, like Dreamgirls. That was my movie. I don't know why I love that movie so much when I was like so young, but I love that movie and I could sing every note. So someone else that like is Christina Aguilera. So again, somebody else that like I grew up listening to her a lot. And I think she slept on because her voice and her runs can go crazy. Yeah. Definitely. So my favorite song is by her. It's called Down to You. If you go to my Instagram, I actually just did a cover to that song. And then who else? Okay, so some current people. Summer Walker. I like Summer Walker.
Okay.
I think she's a vibe. I think especially her first, well, I don't know if that was her first album, but like her first one that like really blew up. That was a good one. And then what's that one girl's name? Oh gosh, I cannot think of her name. She's like newer, but she used to be on like Disney Channel, and now she's like.
You're talking about Coco, are you?
Yep.
Oh,
that's on
exactly.
The Fresh Prince, who plays Hillary on
Fresh
Prince. Yeah, I know you're
talking. Exactly.
Is Coco
that's
Jones
exactly
her
what I'm
name?
talking about. What'd you say?
Is it Coco Jones or is I
Yep,
know Coco,
Coco
yeah.
Jones. That's
Okay,
what it
yeah.
is. Yeah,
All right.
I could not think of that.
Yeah, that let you know I don't listen to the new stuff. I ain't know who the hell that was y'all talking about.
I just found out she sang. My first introduction to her was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air series as she played Hillary.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
hey,
And I said, "Oh shoot, she
yeah, I
sang."
learned something.
That's her song
yeah.
because I was listening to the song, didn't know it was her.
I know, and she has a really, really good voice. There was a movie that she was in. It was like on Disney Channel or something like a while back. I think she was in a TV. She used to be like one of the Disney kids,
Mhm.
and um, and, and she sang in that movie. That was the first time I ever heard her sing. And then I didn't see her again for like years and years after that until she showed up on the Fresh Prince or the Bel Air show, and I was like, hey, that's that girl from Disney Channel. So yeah, but I like her music. She has some good stuff. There's not a lot of people that are out right now that like I really listen to, but I like her.
Do
I
you
have to check it
implement
out now.
choreography in your performances, or do you plan on doing that, or what's your take on that, the choreography?
Yeah, I do. I do. It also like depends on I'll be honest, it depends on the performance in the day. Like, if it's a free I'm not saying I don't always go out all out on the free performances because I do. But sometimes it's like it just depends on the day and the
Hey man,
vibe of the
it's the budget. Shit, it was
and,
it.
yeah, like sometimes like, all right, I came out and I sang, that's good
Right.
enough.
Y'all ain't pay for extra movement.
Yeah, but like if I'm being paid, oh, you're gonna see all the choreography and I'm gonna go all out. If I'm not paid, I'll still show up because I'm a good sport and I'm in a stage right now where I'm like, not saying I would always be humble, of course, but like I'm not like too good for free performances
Yeah, you
sometimes.
getting
Like
yourself out there, yeah.
exactly, exactly. Because a lot of people that I know are like, "Oh no, don't do free performances," or like, "You got to," or "You're starting to get bigger than that," or people start to get a big head, and I'm like, "No, I like to sing. It's my favorite thing to do. So I'm not gonna limit how many times I can sing. If I'm available and I feel like doing it, then I'll come out." So I still always tell people like, if you have an event, send it to me. Even if it's not necessarily a paid performance, but I am starting to move towards preferring the paid performances and
Right.
Which I can
putting in
see
the
where they're coming
time.
from. Because if you got
Mhm,
if you got a like a small circle of promoters, because it's a small world, so you don't know who knows who. And if they got in
mhm,
the mindset, oh yeah, she works for free, and then you know what I'm saying, you kind of probably dump it. So you probably want to pick and choose. If it's a big stage and
mhm.
we came, oh then okay, that's fine. I'm getting the publicity. But we still chicken
Exactly.
circuit. I can see why you probably got that information, but then too you still got to get. So it's
Mhm.
like kind of got to be strategic about it. But I feel where you coming from definitely.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like you can't necessarily go to everything. Like, I mean, you can like as you're getting, you're building your following. I think it's okay to keep going to, as much as you can.
Right.
Um, but yeah, and then it's like, all right, now as I've started to like this year have a lot more paid performances, sometimes I'm like, yeah, then when I have like ones where I'm not paid, yeah, as long as there's a big crowd. If it's a big crowd and it's the vibe is right, I'm down to come out if it's convenient for me. But
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, because us, we expect a lot for free.
yes, yes. You know how many people be like, "Can you get me in for free? Can you get me in for free? Can you get me in?" I'm like, man, I can't get everybody in for
For
free.
every
People be driving me crazy with that. I'm like, come on. Then I'd be annoyed because sometimes you get paid like based on the turnout. So
the
I'm like,
turnout. Yeah,
no,
yeah, I know. Yeah,
you,
yep.
you gotta pay so I can get
Right,
paid.
right, most
Yeah,
definitely.
How it
yeah,
works.
yeah. 20 of y'all done got in free. So what I'm supposed to? That's half my pay for the night or something, man. Come on.
Exactly.
Has
Exactly.
your diet changed now that you back in the rhythm of singing and performing and all that stuff? Have you had to change up like how you eat and stuff, or you still just maintain the same?
No, I've always ate pretty healthy, so I wouldn't say I've had to change it too much. I would say, yeah, no, no. When I first started performing, I had like just had my daughter. So
Okay.
I can definitely tell like the difference in like how much like I lost a lot of weight between the time when I very first started performing to now. So now I just be in the gym like, okay, I gotta get some of this back.
So you work out like before, like, just to stay in like performance, being on that stage? Because I've seen some people that done performing on the stage and they be out of breath. They only be on, and they only be on, and they don't be on stage no more than 3 minutes, and they come off puffing and puffing. And I'm like, why is you were just walking back and forth? What did you pay it for? But now that I'm older, now I understand. Yeah, it's a lot performing on stage and them look. You get tired easily. Yeah. So what do you do to just stay? Because like say you got a 30-minute performance and don't get tired.
Right. I would say I've seen a lot of performances like that. Like I'll be sitting there like, is this person kidding? Like, did they even practice? But I would say for me, I mean, as an R&B singer, you have to have as a good R&B singer, I should say, you have to have like really good breath control. So like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like as a rapper, you should have good breath control, but you don't necessarily have to, if that makes sense, especially if you're just like punching in when you're recording, but I feel like as an R&B singer, especially with the things that I do, like I do a lot of vibrato with my voice, like I do like falsetto, all of that requires like a lot of breath control. So I would say I just like I don't know, I just already have a lot of breath control. I have to do what I do. And so, and actually, you know what, when I was younger, I did used to do stuff like lay on the ground and sing like upside down and do like stuff like that. I don't do that now. I think I just have it down.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because you started so young, so it's like second nature to you, basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I actually forgot that I used to do stuff like that. So that's funny.
So let me ask you this. Well, this is a new segment that we'll add on, Marlon. You have any janky promoter stories? You don't have to say the name. Just one janky promoter story that hits it.
This one's messy. This one's messy. Janky promoter stories. Yes, I definitely do. I mean, okay, I don't know about if I should say janky promoter stories, but I definitely had some like, interesting ones. I mean, I would say like the biggest ones would be like people like professionalism does not exist at all in this like field, and it gets a little annoying. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I hate being a woman in this field, because like sometimes it's like difficult for like, I mean, my talent speaks for itself. However, there's a lot of people in this like field that don't necessarily like care about talent, you know what I mean? They're just like, what can I get from you? Know, and so I'm like, oh no, if that's what your intentions are, stay away from me. But I've had a lot of things like that where like people have like tried to, either like get with me or like whatever it may be, and I'm like not with it, and they're like, all right, well, I don't want you to whatever it may be, this event, or I don't want you. Like I've had that before, or like I was supposed to do like a music video with someone, and they, apparently I actually didn't even know at the time that they were like an A&R, like a rep for something anyway. But because so they had reached out and they were just trying to be on a different type of time, and I'm like, listen, it's not like that. I'm definitely excited to do the video and everything.
Don't know you're an honor student from Ohio State, and you got street with it, so that's like a dangerous combination.
Right, exactly. But definitely they were like definitely on a different type of time, and when I expressed like, no, it's not like that, they definitely were just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna retract all of these services that I offer.
That's fucked up.
So I've had things like that happen before, and so I always prepare myself for things like that, and I always like check the temperature of people before I like show up to anything or like agree to anything, because sometimes people are like, oh, like there's always going to be people that are going to show up and like offer you stuff, but sometimes when people offer you and the deal is too good, it's like, what do you really want out of this? So I've started to use that too.
Hey man, so the bottom line is it's like you don't want to take chances, but you really got to take chances. You just got to be precautious and definitely be somebody that learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistakes, it seems like you can go downhill.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, whew, this is an interesting industry.
So listen, go ahead, Marlon. My bad.
Yeah, just like but right before we get cut off. So you got any performances coming up?
So that's a good question. I'm like really bad sometimes at like keeping track. So sometimes I have to. I know that I just said that comedian Sino, I'm not signed to him, but he is actually way better at keeping track at my performances and then reminding me like, okay, on this day you have this performance. On this, he's someone that actually. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think I have one. I might have one on Friday. What day is it today? Tuesday? I think I have one on Friday, but I need to triple check on that.
Okay.
Then
do you have a performance calendar on your Linktree or no?
I don't have no, but I do have the link to like, so I have like my like KHIJA music page on like Facebook. So on there, I'll post any type of performances, and then like on my Instagram. Yep, exactly. Which I'm actually about to put some more on there because I've recently been working on some new stuff. So I'm excited because that's actually a brand new thing that I've been starting. I've been making I actually make like custom t-shirts, custom bags, like just different stuff. Like it's more of like a hobby, but I started like a lot of people started asking me for things or being like, ooh, can I get that design? So I started working on that Etsy store. So yeah, that's something I've been.
And I see that you got on here on Linktree that's how you can be booked and for features and stuff too, which is good. Okay,
yep,
so
exactly.
Yeah, Linktree, everything on Linktree, guys. You could just go on there. Whatever it is that you want to inquire from her is on there, so you can reach out. Make sure you do it. That'll be definitely in the description. Normally, how we cut off, it's just cuts right off, so we got a little time to actually put. So what we did tonight, like I told you earlier, you did a video resume. So if you got promoters or anybody out there that inspired to do what you do, or a promoter that want to book you, they know your hard work, where you come from and where your mindset is. And, you know, that kind of helps you with the financials and all that stuff. So hopefully, I ain't gonna say hopefully, you'll get booked from anybody watching this.
Definitely. Book me, KHIJA.
Yeah,
you guys.
And then with us, we love keeping up with all our guests. All our guests will tell you we support them to the fullest. So whatever you got going on, don't hesitate. If you come up with an idea at 3 a.m, just hit the DM and bring it to us. We do what we can. I'm always going supporting. So yeah, I'll be at your whatever performance you ever have. Just keep contact with us. It's gonna be your home. Whenever you got something going on, just come to us.
And especially about the merch. When you get that going, that can be around too. Get on there, talk about the merch, and then you'll have the calendar with your performances on there, so you can let us know where you'll be at, so we can come see you. And I think that's pretty much it. Shoot, man. Yeah. Once again, thank you for coming on the show. I hope you had fun.
Yes, I definitely did. Hopefully you guys will have me again. Maybe next time I'll sing for you guys.
Yeah, there
you go.
So y'all got it. Y'all watch this video. Go follow her. Make sure you let her know Lamar sent you. And next time she come on, she gonna sing for us, give us a little solo, and then she'll do a little rap for us too. Write a little 16 bar or something.
Exactly.
And you can hear my song. Never before heard rap.
So that's three. Go. Yeah, an R&B song, a rap song, and a nursery song. That's 3 songs.
All right.
Well, thank you for your time. This is Lamar TV, and we out. Enjoy your week, guys.
All right.
Bye.
attitude. And I will be me. I'll sit one at a table for two. I will be me. Scream out loud till I'm black and